Hello and welcome back to 7th Crown Tarot. If you're new here, my name's Louise and I serve as a spiritual channel so that you can tap into messages from your higher self, my higher self, and any high vibrational beings that would like to join us here or energies so that you can spiral upward and achieve your full potential here. So today I'm going to be doing an energy reading using my psychic gifts as well as some cards that I created and tarot cards, and we'll just see what comes out. So I hope you're having a great day. It's starting to get a little chilly everywhere if you're in that section of the world. And let's get started. So angel spirits and guides, please be here with my collective that's currently watching this video so that we can tap into messages from our higher selves in order to see what's going on here and really get some sort of guidance. Thank you. Okay, so what is it that my collective needs to hear right now? What is it that my collective needs to hear right now? Wow. Okay, you're getting cards right away. You're ready to move, aren't you? You're ready to move in whatever direction it is that you're excited to move in. There's a lot of excitement here, a lot of communication from outer sources. You could be really in this area of your life where you're feeling very, ready to act. And perhaps scalded from the past chapter. Maybe someone passed your boundaries, crossed your boundaries, and still has yet to take accountability for that, but you're moving on regardless of that because you understand the bigger picture, that you can only show up in the way that you show up, and everybody has to take their own route. And you appreciate that, and you let people just be themselves, and you're not holding it against them, which is great. I do also see that you're taking a very balanced approach with this. You got trust and apprehension both in reverse, if you can see that. So that just tells me that you're very wise when it comes to whatever situations have crossed you. Maybe it's a job that no longer really suits your needs and has shown you time and time again that you can't stay there. You've got compatibility and shared values as well. There's differences in where you currently are versus where you want to be. And so you're taking steps in order to align with what it is that you want. Because currently, you're tapping into a state of ecstasy, which is also, it's not something that you can force, but it's something that you can definitely guide yourself towards through gratitude and a lot of internal positive thoughts. So making sure to have boundaries with yourself as well, to not just think any thoughts. You're being very corrective with your thoughts right now, and not in a harsh way, but in you don't want to think certain thoughts anymore. And I think that that's very wise of you. That's what you should be doing, right? If you're trying to get to a different chapter, if you're trying to go through a different portal, let's say, and achieve a higher self, it's always good to start changing what that inner narrator is saying, like about whatever situation you've gone through. You're changing that feeling of sadness into one of, that's just the way it is. And that song actually comes into my head, That's Just the Way It Is. And I don't remember the words of it, but you might be able to look that up and check it out. You're also getting anticipation, which tells me that your intuition is on point right now. You can feel something about to happen, or you're starting to see signs of something trickle in, and you're ready to change your situation, and you're starting to feel like, okay, like, when is this gonna happen? When is this thing gonna happen? Like, I'm done feeling sadness. And so again, we have this message of you taking a balanced approach with platonic and a bee in the reverse. A bee, we can give that expression of like someone being a busy bee, right? But what good is being busy all the time if you're not being not productive, but like, if it's not moving in the direction that you want it to go? Because a lot of times people will just be busy for no reason, right? Or like right now I'm feeling like I got this feeling of like speaking to fill a void. So maybe this is how you were feeling in this past situation, and you no longer want to feel that way. When we also think of a bee, we think of how they're protected. And funny enough, I'm actually wearing yellow and black. And it's very eye-catching, yellow and black. You have people around you who really appreciate what it is that you are giving. And that's part of where this anticipation is coming from, because you're starting to see people appreciate you for who you are. And so you're saying to yourself, if I have all of this appreciation for who it is that I am from all these people, it could be a new crowd of people that are coming towards you with this appreciation, then why am I putting up with this and whatever it is for you? With someone trying to terrorize me, or some company speaking terror into my life of, you better work overtime or as much as everybody else, or else, you won't be able to climb the ladder, for instance. I also, for some reason, I get a message surrounding like a parent-child dynamic. This could be like quite literally like you could be still living with your parents. In this case, I do feel like you're just sick of it. And you could be at that point in your life where you can move out, like you're of age. There's like a lack of emotional intimacy, and you're done with feeling vigilant. And vigilance, if you don't know what the definition of that word is, it's like being on high alert, being always on your toes. And that's actually fight or flight, right? Like when we're in fight or flight, we can't think straight. And we're also very closed off. We're very closed off to all those emotions that we could possibly be feeling with somebody else. And it takes away your identity. Feeling vigilant and feeling in fight or flight, it takes away your identity. So there's something here also with taking back your identity, taking back who it is that you are, and really expressing that regardless of how it makes other people feel. And going towards the places that make you feel like you're welcome for being that and expressing that, which makes you so wholly yourself. So there's something here where you're being admired for the person that you truly are. You found a spot and you're going towards it. You're going towards a place where people, places, and things have shared values and feel like home. There's a real sense of home here. So congratulations, because you've found your place. And I didn't make many of these, so this is very important. Something to do with a man. You could be a man. You could meet a man. That's very important. This man has a lot of admiration for you, and probably shares a lot of the same sadness in their history. They could also... I'm also getting like White Knight, like they might want to kind of try and come and save you from this situation. But you're saving yourself already, so it's not really like you need it. Just had to adjust my incense there. It's not really like you need this saving. Because, I mean, it's nice. It's like this little fairy tale, like the way it's playing out in my head. It's like this man comes in, or maybe this is you. If you're the man, you're saving yourself from the situation. And you're finding your princess locked in the tower. But you could also be like the princess locked in the tower kind of thing. But obviously we're romanticizing, and I don't think that it's ever good to rely on that kind of... you know what? I'm getting this as more of like an internal thing. You're showing up as the man. You're freeing yourself from your past situations, and this is almost like Emperor energy for me. The Emperor is so confident. He can take control of every situation, and you know, he's really admired, which is the card right beside. The Emperor, when he's in his upright, he's fiery, so you could be a fire sign. You could be an Aries. You don't have to be. You could be embodying this energy right now of fieriness. We really did get that in the very beginning, where you're very energetic. You're very, you're going towards your goals and speaking to the people that you need to speak. There's a lot of dedication here. You're putting in a lot of work into something that you love in order to escape and get yourself out of a tricky situation, is what I'm getting first and foremost here. You're being guided out of this situation. You're taking the right steps that Spirit is guiding you to take. What are those steps, Spirit? Could you just confirm to my viewers what those steps are? I got a feeling that you're taking a lot of time to embrace yourself while surrounded by opposition. We got the rose, and then around that we have upside down, it's rude, right? This one. And you got upside down joy. So there is a lack of joy in the surrounding area. We get that time and time again. There's this like, you're really swimming upstream here, but it doesn't exactly feel like it because it feels so right. It feels so easy for you. And that's beautiful when that happens, because that means that spirit is right here beside you, guiding you out of whatever situation it is that you're in. You could be taking, you also got Mercury in reverse with communication. Again, we get the inner exploration. So when we were talking about you correcting your inner voice, this is confirmation of that. So short trips, siblings, communication, inner exploration. This sibling could be a man that's helping you get out of this situation. It's not for everybody. Or you have this soul family that's coming towards you with help. They see that you're in a sticky situation. Maybe you're communicating this with them, that you're having a hard time right now. And that, you know, that you just, you know, it's funny, my sibling actually just messaged me there as I said that. That is very funny. And he doesn't really message me very often. So that's very funny. And he communicated something to me, and communication and sibling are on this card. So maybe there is something there with your sibling. But you're standing powerfully because you did come out as a rose. And a rose is beautiful, but it also has thorns. So you have to be careful with how you handle it, how you present it too. Like, I know that when you have a bouquet, like, it takes a special amount of care to assemble it beautifully. Like, I've never really been able to do that, but I really admire that. And there's something there with like you being able to assemble something in your life that's beautiful and you know, just living joyfully in the moment of creating and not allowing yourself to become distracted. And I got this like sadness right now, which is one of the, there's like a lot of sadness around some sort of situation here. What's this situation? Grief, rage, aggressive, intolerant. You're being rejected from one area, I'm feeling very much that this is a group. I'm feeling that you might be being rejected right now from one family. Could be any kind of family. Could be soul family. Not soul family, but like, you know, like maybe it's a family that you used to be codependent on, or this could just be like an old group of friends that, you know, they accepted you one way, but now that you're changing into this beautiful higher self and you're blossoming and you're doing well for yourself, you're shining, you're being yourself, they don't accept that. And it brings out a lot of people's shadows. I heard this today from another tarot reader. When there is a lot of lightness that comes into a relationship, it also brings out the shadows. And not everybody can handle that. Not everybody can handle looking at their shadows. But you accept that. You accept your shadows and your light. And you're accepting the fact that not everybody is going to love you. That not everybody is going to want to step up with you, and because you're on this trajectory upwards, and it requires a certain level of continuous self-reflection to stay alongside you. And as sad as it is, it's also beautiful that we can't keep all the people that refuse to do that. Because in the end, everyone, like we said in the beginning, has their own journey, and you can't force anybody to see things your way, no matter how you try to rearrange your words or the way that you present something. You just have to let people be and make mistakes on their own. Unresolved conflicts is also here, which definitely aligns with what I just said, right? Like, you can't resolve a conflict that someone doesn't want to resolve or can't resolve because one of you requires a different level of I don't know what word to use, like a different level of like, it would make you happy to do something if this person did something completely different, right? And they just can't give that to you, and that's okay. You might start to distance yourself from whatever this is, or maybe just completely cut it off. But I do feel like whatever this is, you're moving through this grief. You're moving through it, and maybe it might be a little harder for the other party to do that because they're confused and they don't see things from this higher perspective. They just think that, the relationship that they had with you, that it should always stay that way. And if you don't accept them for who they are, which it's not that you don't accept them, then, oh, you're just too good for me. Or you think you're better than me, basically. Which is such a silly way to think. Like, there are people out there that they think that they're better than someone, but I don't feel like that's your energy. Your energy is just one of experience. You've experienced so many different people and so many different situations where you have accepted a situation that maybe didn't quite, it just intuitively, that's when it comes down to. Intuitively, it felt like you were supposed to move forward or move on from something. And this is like not a test, but I mean, everything is kind of a test. It's like a learning experience. Will you move on? Will you choose you? Because that's what you have to do. You have to choose yourself. So you got a lot of indecision from these people coming up in the reading. Like, they can't understand themselves and they almost want you. I feel like they look up to you. So there's a lot of like admiration here, but on your end, it's kind of like you're having to draw up boundaries in order to keep your peace, because you can't, in order to like help people, sometimes the best thing you can do is just doing the right thing, and like not allowing certain people to get away with things, and that's coming. Part of it isn't even that you have to say anything. It's just walking away sometimes is good enough. Like, it's good enough to just not allow that energy to keep going, because that energy wants to keep going. It wants to keep taking. It's like parasitic relationships. person, the situation, they do have a lot of things that they're struggling with, and the only thing that you can do is meet it with love. Anything else, Spirit? Anything else? Any other messages for my collective? Sometimes this deck can be a little hard to get cards out of because the cards are way too big for my hands. Like they're quite a bit larger. There's a card. Plunge. Don't hold back. It's time. Go for it. Dive in. So you've really found your purpose here. You've found your purpose in, or you found this entrance, and it's like this ding, like I hear like a ding, you know, like a light bulb moment. You have this light bulb moment that just happened in your life, and suddenly nothing else matters. Just like everything fades to black, and it's just you're popping through this portal. And 2626, as I was saying that, and you're ready. You're ready to go forward and experience this incredible reality that you were meant to experience. So that is so exciting. This is incredible. And we do also have a lightning bolt here. And Mars, which is the planet of the warrior, and it's also very passionate, very fiery. So again, we have that fiery energy here, and I believe that Mars is also Aries. Yes, Aries and Scorpio. So this could be your energy. This could be someone else's energy, but I do get that this might be yours. So congratulations. Looks like you're on a really cool trajectory. I just noticed I have something in my eye. Anyway, I hope you have a great day, great morning, or great night whenever you're watching this reading. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe, whatever you want to do. It helps my channel greatly. And if you want a private reading, there's information down below for that too. And again, I hope you have a great day. Bye!